Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/agentacademy. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle or MP3 player. And now, welcome to the Agent Academy.
Downloading latest intel package. Welcome back. I was getting worried about you.
This is Agent Academy, episode 30, recorded on August 1st, 2018. I'm Agent ZeliBeli.
And I'm Agent Soho.
And I'm Agent GoonieGuy.
Today on the show, we're going to talk about Boston, the band. No, wait, the anomaly. And other awesome Ingress stuff, probably, too. But first, what did you do this week, Agent Soho?
Well, this week, I went to the Chattanooga Zoo and got some uniques, and it was pretty cool. We went there expecting to see, like, big animals, but apparently this is a small animal zoo. Like, the biggest animal was, like, a wolf, I guess. But
was it a big wolf?
Well, yeah, it was kind of big.
Wolves
like
are kind of big.
Yeah, there was a snow leopard, but like we wanted like hippos, rhinos, elephants, stuff like that. So we're roaming around. We're like, we got there kind of late, and we're like, well, we don't want them to close before we find all the big animals. And we're running around looking at every little area, and then we're just like asking people, hey, which way to the lions? They're like, we don't have any lions. Like, oh, really? They're like, yeah, we'll probably get some lions about like the year 2021 or something. We're like, we're not gonna wait around for that. Well,
where's the waiting section?
Yeah, we're like, okay, well, where are the elephants? They're like, we don't have those. It just, that string just kept going. We're like, giraffes? Nope. Hippos? Nope. And we're like, oh man. But it was still really fun. They had a ton of monkeys. That was probably like the best thing ever. Just watching monkeys like being weird is awesome. Anyway, so obviously like everything there is like a statue or a fountain or something like that. So I counted 80, I think it was 80 or 80 something portals, I believe. So they're all neutral, all of them.
Now, you didn't like add a resonator to any of them?
Nope. I was like, see you later, neutrals.
It's like a real missed opportunity.
Do you know how to play this game?
I know. I just hacked all the neutrals.
Yeah.
I glyph hacked them. No. So, yeah, I collected them all, and I didn't want to be too distracted because like we didn't have a whole lot of time there. So I didn't like link everything up and go crazy and web it all up. I definitely wanted the unique capture and the unique hack. So I did that much, and then yeah, and had a good time. And then on the way back, we kind of hit all the little like rest stops, you know, because rest stops usually have a little cluster of, you know, like 3 or 4. One we stopped at had about 6, and it had a mission there. We're like, yes, that's pretty awesome. So it was a fun little impromptu Ingress trip to the zoo. Good times. Good times.
I just want to go to the zoo and do that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, so now I'm kind of hooked. Like I've always liked the zoo, so we're looking at what other zoos there are, like the Memphis Zoo, and
you should go to the Birmingham Zoo, and their botanical garden is right next to it, and so both of them have tons of portals.
Oh yeah, we should hit that next. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to the Birmingham Zoo. Yeah, we have to do that one for sure.
And they have big things. They have elephants, and they poop really big.
Oh, cool. I can't wait to see that.
Really big. Like, it's awesome. Scary big. Like, you're like, It was kind of like a few weeks ago when I was telling you about how I was sick. Anyway.
Oh, my. Just like it. So, Zelly, you want to talk about your week?
I had a busy week in Ingress. I needed another gold, and I wasn't halfway to anything, like, at all. So I did 70 missions this week.
In a week?
What?
That was, yeah, they did. It was 3 banners that I did. So banners are generally pretty easy. Mm-hmm. You know, they're like 6 missions each. So like 6 hack only usually too, because people want you to finish their banners. Mm-hmm. So yeah, long time. Like it took Friday off and went to one town and did 2 banners in the town where I work. So I got it though.
Wait, you're turning into a robot.
Oh, sorry. I took my OPR test.
Humans.
Let it catch up. Is it kind of? See, now it's okay.
Yeah.
It was skipping for a second. We're like, I don't know what she said.
It's probably that snowball screwing everything up.
It might be. I got this new mic, from a recommendation from a guy who really knows his stuff.
It matches your headset. So
it does.
Okay, so now it seems okay. You're not a robot anymore.
Okay.
So 70 missions. How do you even do that?
I took the day off. I took Friday off, and I went to a town and did 2 banners. And then I did a banner in a town I work in, and it was all right. I did walk for like 6 hours straight one day.
Nice. So working on the tracker, and so you leveled up.
I did severely get some traction, and leveled up. Took my OPR test, passed. Flying colors.
Nice.
Started judging some portals. I know you're supposed to say analyzing, but I am judging.
Like you wish you had their email so you could give them pointers.
I actually, is it okay on like Instagram? Because some of the submissions are so funny. Like someone put down their patio chairs and put them as like they put down chairs for ceremonial use, but it's just they're like front porch patio chairs. I'm like
the plastic
what?
chairs.
They didn't even try.
No.
Wow.
Like it just a sign that says, "Please accept my couch portal."
All right.
That's like our really bad fake IDs in high school. Please sell me beer.
It's pretty funny.
You just smile real big.
Yeah.
Well, congrats on leveling.
Yeah. It's kind of a side note, but I did see Mission Impossible Fallout, and it's not a spoiler, but there's this one part where Henry Cavill's character is using his phone as a scanner to locate something, and I thought, this is how cool. So I'm pretty sure Henry Cavill plays Ingress because he had it down so natural. Like, he knew what he was doing.
Oh, yeah, even before.
Yeah. So...
That's awesome. Was it a good movie?
Yes. If you like Mission Impossible movies, yeah.
I like the first one for sure.
The very first
I think you'd like it.
I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
I like the little Tom Cruise crazy.
Yeah. There you go.
It's good stuff. And Felicity was in one of them, so that made that one better.
It's true.
Felicity? Oh, yeah. So you're level 12 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're level 12. So with those 70 missions, you got your gold badge and hit it. So that is pretty awesome. So you got up pretty fast because what were you last week? Like, have you jumped a couple of levels or? No, you were. I guess not. You're 11. Okay, you've just been leveling.
I was
fast.
11, but I had the experience to turn 12. I just didn't have a gold badge yet.
That's right.
To hit it. So.
Cool.
Yeah, well, I was missing 2 technically, but I glyph hacked the other one pretty easy, so that one wasn't a big deal. But now I gotta start working on those 13 goals. So
yeah.
What badges you need next?
I just need 1 more gold for 13. So
okay,
but it's like all of them are so far.
But then again, your AP is far too, so you'll catch up, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm already 2 bubs into it.
Oh, really? Do some uniques or something? I
don't know. Yeah, probably. I think I need 170 more unique hacks, so that's not really that much.
That's it. Oh, yeah, go to like 3 zoos and you got it. Like 2 or 3 zoos.
Idea.
Or one other college up there.
There's Detroit Zoo and Toledo Zoo. I bet I'd have it. I could go to Greenfield Village, and that'd be boom, done.
Yeah, or some colleges. Yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Well, good.
Awesome. That's all I got.
That's all you got? Well,
that's all I got.
Just reporting back, I guess, for the anomaly. Just got back last night, flew in, and got home. We actually fly to the neighboring city of Nashville, the music town, country capital of the world, because it's like the plane flights are like half the price flying out of Huntsville. So it's like, well, I'll drive 2 hours and fly out of there. And so we got back pretty late home, probably about 1 or so. And then I got like 2 hours of sleep and went to work. But it was really cool. So the anomaly itself, I got to see a bunch of people that, talked to for a while online. Hadn't met most of them in person. So that was probably the highlight, was seeing them. And winning was kind of cool too. So the Enlightened took Boston. So that was good. Apparently we had a lot more agents there. I thought I read somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So did that on Saturday, and then on Sunday I wasn't tired enough, so we did the mission day. And like those missions were basically like what you were saying. They were like 6 hacks, and kind of in a row. If you started in the right place, you just followed them to where you check in, and they checked in me and my family. So it was me and my 2 kids and my wife all went there. And so got mission day. Haven't gotten the badges for that yet, but waiting on that. And also got the gold Liberator. How do you say that? Liberator? Yeah,
Liberator?
gold Liberator badge with 5,000 portal captures.
Oh.
Wow.
Liberator.
That's awesome.
Liberator?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Liberator.
Oh.
People are screaming, but it's fun.
Like,
I looked at the intel map for Boston, and it seemed like you could get like platinum at least without leaving the city on like almost everything, because there's so many portals there.
Yeah. I wish I could have walked around more. Like, during the anomaly, you're pretty much stuck to certain areas because you've got to do certain things, and then
There's a plan, man.
yeah, and then the rest of the time it's like so my family went, so it was more of a family vacation, and I just kind of was like, hey, let's do the anomaly while we're there, kind of thing. So I got to sneak that in, and ended up getting a 5,223 portal captures at the end. So yeah, there were a ton of portals there, so I didn't have the badge before I went, and
oh, nice.
so got that, and then we went to New Hampshire, and then came home. In New Hampshire, I thought I did want to mention this because, my wife doesn't play that much. My kids don't either. Basically, when I force them to, and I'm trying to get them, doing some stuff to see what they would be interested in doing. And there's a place there. We actually went up to New Hampshire because that's where my wife's from, and she wanted to show us, where she lived and show the kids where she grew up. And there's this place up there called King Cone with K's. They like the K's up there. And it's soft serve ice cream, and it's like, we were like, well, they're small, medium, and large. Which size should we get? And she was like, get the small. And it was like huge. I mean, it was as big as this screen. And then they like cover it with crap. They're like, I don't even know what it is, like waffle cone crumbles. It was
like
just
elephant crap,
and it was just like dripping all over your hands, and it was just like a total mess to eat. But I had to pretend I loved it because it was her, grow up. But she was a pro. She was eating it from the bottom up, and I'm trying to do it from like the top down, and it was not a good, pretty sight. No one wanted to see it, but it was a portal. That King Cone was a portal. And so I was like, a lot of people grab the keys and hack it as a souvenir. And she was actually kind of excited about that. So she got out Ingress to hack it, like without me going, why don't you hack it? She was like, oh, that's cool. And so she pulled it out.
Okay.
And of course, wouldn't you know it, right at that moment, she was logged out of Ingress for whatever reason. Like, it never logs you out, it seems like, for the most part, just very randomly. And she's like, I don't even remember my password. So she's like going through all the crap to like figure out how to log in. And I was like, oh, great. Like, she's going to be like, screw this game, and just like smash her phone and be done with Ingress, because she's got a temper. Let me tell you. No, not really. But anyway, so it finally worked, and she hacked it, and she's got her king cone keys, and I've got like 5 because I'm hacking it the whole time while she's trying to figure that out.
Oh.
So
You could give it. You could always drop one to her. Yeah.
Right, and my son, he's so sweet that he was like, "Hey, Mom, I got 2 keys if you want one," you know.
Aww.
And I was like, "I'm not
nice.
I want her to open this crap and hack it. So don't offer her that stuff. Let her do this. Right? Isn't that the proper thing to do? No.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if it for whatever reason didn't work, like, you could always then just be like, "Here, I got one for you."
Except for then her phone would be smashed and she couldn't pick it up. It's just horrible.
True.
It's so horrible.
True.
Oh. But anyway, that's that was basically my week. I not really time to do anything else but that. And like that's how it should be. Right.
What I have a question. What's
Yeah.
it like then being in the anomaly? Like, what did you do? Or are you not allowed to say what you did?
No, I can say like most of what we did. Right.
Okay, I saw this. There's pictures going around of this huge starburst, and it's like that Enlightened did in Boston, and it was amazing, but it seemed like super risky. Like, what if they blow up the one thing you have, and then everything's
right? Okay,
like
and
gone?
there's probably a lot of people who haven't been to anomalies and don't even know what's going on. So I can kind of go over like the whole thing that happened. I mean, besides the super secret business, but basically you get there and they send you kind of what's supposed to happen. I mean, all the rules beforehand. You're probably going to be on a team, whether you're Resistance or Enlightened, and they're going to tell you what to do. Like, you don't like just show up and go like, "Man, I hope I don't screw this up." You're going to be told what to do, and as long as you can follow directions and you don't just go off trying to do your own thing, everything's going to be hunky dory. And so there were 3 phases, and in the first phase, it was basically just in Boston. They tell you where the play field is, and these are just hundreds of portals that were chosen by the point of contacts for each faction, and then they're actually marked in the game. There's a little ring around them, so you know that they're part of the play field. And then they have oh god, what's the name of them? I forget it. They're special ones. I'll think of the name in a minute. But they're special portals that are worth more points if you capture them and hold them. And so what happens during the time in the first phase, they take 3 checkpoints, and you just know the kind of the general area when they're going to check it, but you don't know the exact time. So you just try to hold as many portals as you can during that first phase.
Volatile.
Volatile, that's it. Thank you. So the volatiles are worth more, so your team captain will be like, let's go hold the volatile because it's in our area. And so you go try to hold that. And so you're sitting there. My kids are only level 4 and 5, and my wife is only level 5. So they can't, shoot off level 8 bursters, but they can put shields on. So they were just sitting there as shields would be being knocked off. They'd be putting shields back on. And then if they knocked off resonators, we would put resonators back on, recharge if you could. Just all that just to hold that portal for that measurement so you get that point. And then you would take any other portals that you could see around you, but you try to stay in that area because you really want to hold that volatile. And then once that phase is over, you don't really know. I mean, you kind of know just from hearing the chatter from your team leader and stuff how well you did, and you can see, well, it was all green, so that's probably good. So you don't know the points though right away. That comes later. They come back later and tell you the points. I think they were actually tweeting about it and posting in places the scores.
Yeah.
And then the second phase was one where you basically have goals portals where you want to get these things called shards to. And so these things will spawn on top of portals, and it almost looks like a fracker. Like, think of like a misty fracker, like that's just gray thing coming off the portal, and there's a little thing kind of circling so you can tell that it's a shards on it. And every so often the shard will jump from one portal to another as long as there's a link between the 2 portals. And if there's multiple links, it'll randomly go. So you've got to sit there and link back to your goal, right? So you're trying to score a goal back in your goal. But so you got to make these links between the portals so the shards hop to them. And so for every one you get, at the end, whoever has got the most, wins that round and gets a certain amount of points. And that's that phase. You just do that the whole time. You're told which portals to get and, which ones to link. Sometimes you might even let the other team kill off a portal so that it drops a link because maybe you don't want to send the shard a certain direction, that sort of thing. And you may want to block off their links so they can't get back to their portal. So there's teams doing both sides, like defense and offense, trying to move these shards around. And then phase 3 was the link stars, and that's probably what you saw. And so there was a couple portals on each side that you just wanted to get as many links to. So you had to basically frack portals and get keys to it, and then get the keys out and get portals lit up so you could throw links back, all the while holding that portal. We actually got to our portal that was the one we had to do a link star off. And the only way you knew this is because it had this big ring around it, and so we knew that was the one we had to go to. And we got there, it was just surrounded by resistance. Like, it was this fountain in the middle of this park, and they were all just like sitting around it, and it was blue and level 8 with a 4 Aegis on it, and they're just sitting there just come
like,
on, try to take it. Right. And so we got backup to come in, and we took it, and then we just started getting links in. And as we had enough people to hold it, we started just sending people out. And there were people all over the place just throwing links into that one and into another portal. And then it switched to, the Resistance then had their portals that they were trying to get links to. And so we went on defense, and we actually left ours up because it blocked off half the playfield. So we were actually holding our link star up on one side just to keep the playfield cut in half so they couldn't link past it. And so then it was going out, destroying their links so they couldn't get more links into their link star. And then the last thing was, during the whole anomaly, they were keeping count of how many hacks people were doing per portal. So that was one thing we were telling, our teammates who maybe couldn't do more stuff, is to, go hack stuff as much as you can. And I think actually Resistance, got more hacks than Enlightened overall in Boston, at least. I don't know about the other sides. So, and that was it. After that was over, you're yelling and screaming and taking pictures and hugging and mugging and mooning. Not mooning. You don't do that in Boston. Well, maybe you do after a few beers, but that's a different story. And then we went to the after party. So fun.
Oh, where was that at?
A place that had no name.
Oh.
A place with no name.
A place has no name.
So, do you still own, or do you still have any resonators in Boston at all?
I have no way to know. I don't think.
No way of knowing.
Oh.
I was looking around, clicking on all the. Boston is very green right now as we're recording this, but I was clicking around like looking for your name. I'm like, there was so many people there.
Look around the Samuel Adams statue. I was there.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
There may be some at the aquarium, because before we left town on Tuesday, we went and watched a 3D movie about the Galapagos Islands. Very interesting stuff, by the way.
Oh.
So that was those are exit strategy.
The first time me and you went to Boston, we didn't play Ingress, right? This is like before we even started playing.
Right, yeah.
Because or else we would have gone nuts. Like, we went to Cheers, and we were there for PAX East.
Where everybody knows your name.
All right. And, totally. I think we played after, and then, had remorse of, like, oh, if we only knew.
Could have gotten all those.
But this time around, you got to collect them. So I guess you were probably grabbing stuff all downtown and everywhere you could go, huh?
Yeah, I was being a horrible parent. Like, while everybody's walking around, I'm like, getting these. But no, it was great. We went to Salem the first night before the anomaly when we got there Thursday night and stayed there. And it's like Witchville down there, because it's like the Salem witch stuff happened, which oddly enough only lasted for like 14 months. It was like a very short period of time. And now like 90% of their economy or more is all about witches. Like everything is named after a witch. And it's crazy. But there's portals everywhere there as well. So I was going through and it was all blue. And I was blowing up some stuff. And it was fun. We were at this place called the Willows, which was just this kind of beachy area with like, if you think just a strip with like arcades and like hot dog things. And it was a really cool place, just the area. But we were waiting for the trolley to come back by, and I'd taken a portal, and all of a sudden my resonator started getting knocked off. So I'm looking around like, oh, where are they? And I couldn't find them. I couldn't see them, but I kept like taking it back and looking around, like looking in the cars, and people were like, oh, why are you in my car? And I was like, who are you? And it was crazy stuff. My kids thought, what's wrong with Daddy? He's gone crazy. He's flipping out. So that's always fun when that starts happening. Never did find him. But I will one day. No.
How was your battery life on your phone the whole time?
It was pretty good. I mean, I took enough chargers.
Yeah.
So it's really, my kids use their phones a lot at home. They don't really get out of the house much, so they're always plugged in. Like they're never like really running out of battery. So it's such a chore to. They run out a lot when they're not at home. Like you'll be like, oh, let's play, and they'll be like, oh, my battery's dead. And I'm like, we just left the house. Like this thing should be 100%. What's going on?
My son's the same way. Yeah.
So, and it's something where I've stopped going, hey, make sure you keep it charged, because they won't learn that way, right? It's like you'll learn when you can't play, and you'll be like, oh, that sucks, I can't play. I'll remember to charge it in the future. And maybe that makes me a jerk.
I was kind of following the adventure on the Agent Academy Instagram, and I saw this network of chargers and phones plugged in for one of the pictures. So
Right. Yeah, go look
like
at our Instagram.
You had some sort of system down for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were everywhere. And it's crazy because flying up there, like they've just changed the rules on the airlines, like TSA rules on like batteries and stuff. And it's very kind of confusing of like if you just read it and articles and stuff. And it makes it sound like you've got to keep them like on you, like in the cabin. But later, before we left, I read an article that like was just clear, and it was like, no, your anchor, those kind of chargers, there's no problem with those really, as long as you're not trying to like take 100 that you're going to take home and sell kind of thing. So I was able, like flying up there, I had one backpack was just filled with all this stuff, all the batteries, like 10 battery pack kind of things. And so flying home, I got to put those all the way, but they still stopped me flying home because my backpack just had like, how like all your Ingress crap and like 10 different cables and just like all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. So they stopped me and like I could see them when they x-rayed it, and the guy's like, oh, we got a triple gamer. And they like pull my bag out, pull it to the side. And I'm just like, son of a gun. And they call me over there, and he's going through it and looking through it and like pulling out all these cables and all this weird crap, because I just carry weird crap in general anyway. And it turns out the problem was I had a bag of seed, trail mix, and you're not supposed to take food on planes apparently without like declaring it. And I was just like, it's just like Sour Patch like gummies and trail mix. Like, is that really that worth all this? And he's just like, just let people know next time, and then let me go. And I'm like,
really?
Will do.
So I didn't know that. I knew you can't take it in and out of the country, but like to another state.
Yeah,
Right?
I didn't think it was a big deal.
I didn't think it was either. It may have had something to do with my bag in the X-ray when I was looking at it. It looked like a bomb. I mean, it just looked like a big bomb. And I'm like, oh,
a really
God.
messy bomb. Like you slapped it together at the last second.
Right?
You have like a brick of Play-Doh and then like tons of wires.
It's like, now you're just an a-hole. You know we're going to pull you over with this. What are you doing? I'm just playing with Play-Doh and wires. It's no big deal. So watch out.
Wow.
Fun stuff.
So did anybody recognize you, or did you have any conversations with any listeners?
No, not with anybody that didn't know me from something else. Like I met, there's a lot of people that I knew from Enlightened stuff that I saw. Not nearly as many as I would have liked, but like I said, I was there mostly with the family, so I only stayed at the after party for a very short time, and I didn't really do anything else away from the family. I figure the next couple of anomalies I go to, I'll spend more time with the folks. But like we were late, we didn't get to the picture, which I was kind of sad about, so I was hoping to see people there. And then mission day, we kind of checked out early. And they were just happened to be ready to kind of check out, so I wasn't there for when like people would be showing up later. So I wasn't really in the spots where you would be to kind of see people, especially from the other faction. Just to check in is about it, and then we stayed at the Enlightened Hotel, so I wouldn't see anybody there. So it's really something you've got to kind of plan if you want to meet people from the other faction, because everything's kind of separated for the most part. And, during the anomaly, it's just too busy. Like someone comes up, hey, what's up? You're like, I'm blowing your shit up. That's what's up. Sorry.
Yeah. There's really no time for anything but scanner.
Yeah. So, but we're working on plans. I've got, I'm going to be going to Orlando in early October for work, and we're already chatting in the Telegram about possibly stopping in I believe it's Gainesville, Florida. We've got a few listeners there that I'm going to try to stop there and grab a coffee or a beer. I guess it depends on what time it is and how old they are. I don't know how old they are, so it might be really weird if he's like, oh, you're 12. I guess we're going to maybe pass on that beer, but which, can always be awkward. I remember in the Shaft when, like how old was Nivik Ares when he flew to Huntsville and was like, hey, y'all come meet us? And he's like 11. And his parents are like, this is weird. Y'all are like 30 meeting my 11-year-old son at the airport.
Yeah,
not strange. So, we'll see. It'll be fun, though. We'll do that. And then, of course, there's Austin. We're going to try to get to Atlanta and New Orleans.
New Orleans.
So this has already been kind of long. I do want to. I had a question. So,
okay.
Badges, like you can get at events. They'll give out these cards of the, what do we call them? Sensitives. They're sensitives.
Sensitivities. Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I have one right here. Okay, so like, here's one. You're not gonna be able to see that because there's no light. So you get a card, and on the back it'll have a code. You put in the code, and you actually get that little badge in your scanner. So you can get these in different ways. Like you can go to events and they hand them out. You can go to the, you can buy them on eBay. Friends can give them to you. So my question really is, does that matter? Like if people buy them on eBay, like personally me, I kind of, with the patches and with the pins and with these, like I don't want to be showing someone my scanner and there being badges in there that I didn't get like from being at the event. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a
like, why would I want it if I wasn't there? It's kind of like how you went to King Cone and you have that souvenir key. You were there, and so you have that as a little memory locked away in your scanner. If it's not a memory to you, why do you want it?
Right. Well, and there's some people who are just collectors, right? They just want all the badges. And so they could get them that way, or maybe a friend get them, or something like that. But there's also loadout cards they give out at the anomalies. And, like I got one, and it had 2 quantum capsules on it. And, and almost 200 other items on it. And it's just a card with a code, which you can get on eBay as well, or someone can hand it to you. So
I am looking at eBay. There's $500 codes.
Oh my gosh.
300, 5. I mean, it's stupid.
You know what? Actually, take it back, because my one friend went to France recently, and he had just started playing, so he kind of thought of it like it was like pouring rain, so we didn't make it, but he was kind of thinking of getting like Eiffel Tower keys for all of us when he got back. And even though I hadn't been there, I would have loved to have had like a key from the Eiffel Tower. That would just be cool.
Right.
But he's like, the one day he had free to go, it was like pouring rain. He's like, I'm not sitting there hacking all that for you guys.
Right.
Because he would have had to have hacked like 7 or 8 of them.
Everybody wants one.
He's like, yeah, no.
So, and I guess my thing is, I know that like on eBay also there's, farmers that will sell just like 1,000 level 8 bursters. Like that, I believe, and I'm pretty sure is against the TOS and is against the rules. And because they're obviously going to have to spoof or do something weird to even get it to you. But is that the case with the cards? Like if you go and buy, a loadout card off of eBay, is that against the rules?
No.
Is it wrong?
So,
like, what do you think?
So I read the so on the eBay side, it's legal. Like you're allowed to sell codes for digital goods.
Right. Because we did that with our World of Warcraft cards that we got at the convention.
Right.
It paid for our trip, right?
Yeah, we got $300 or something for a code. So these guys, it's okay on eBay. In fact, here's one guy whose username is Ingress World, and I look at his feedback, and he has sold so many PA Chapeau 2006 cards over and over and over and over. Oh, in 2017, 2018, all he does is he goes and gets codes.
So where does he get those cards from? I mean, that's kind of one question. Is it, could it be Niantic making a little extra money selling the cards on the side?
Or is someone like going to all the events but then paying for their events by selling the cards?
Right. But how do they get 800 of these cards?
Yeah, how do you get more than one, really, right? You're only allowed like one. Like,
oh, really?
Unless you like sneak a stack of cards, and that's like theft. Like
right. And
I don't know.
And so I don't know if those, I mean, but I guess that's not so much my question. I don't, that's just something that came up. I don't know how they do it. It's really odd now that I think about it. If they stole it from them, then that's like you're buying stolen goods, right? It's like an issue. But like, I was thinking of getting some cards to give out to, some locals or an FS or, some kind of event to kind of help promote it. Maybe if we ever did something. And so I'm kind of trying to find out if that's like a bad thing or not. Like if it's taboo or whatever. So
if it's frowned upon.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd love to hear what people think about that in the audience. Let us know. You can tweet us or send us stuffs.
Yep. So, okay. Are we going to do any other segments on the show?
It's kind of been a long show already,
I know it's gotten a little long. I don't want to make it super long because we got a bunch of stuff we can hold off until next week or however you want to do it.
Let's just let's hit the there's just a few things in the news.
Okay.
So let's just
situation report.
Let's just hit this real quick. We can do it new style if we want, and I got the bumpers up, so why not use it? So big thing, August Glyph Challenge has been announced. It is capture, so it's kind of like that weird sickle scythe symbol. You can look at our Twitter and see what we're talking about if you don't know what capture is, and that is basically in the month of August, if you go out and recreate this glyph by linking portals together to make it and then submit it, I believe, to the G+. We'll link to the post that has more info about this. You could get a code good for 19 redemptions for you and 19 of your friends.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. So that is the symbol of capture, like the glyph symbol. What if there's some like hidden secret thing? Like, what if you change your profile glyph symbol to capture during the month of August? You think that's maybe a hidden thing? I'm gonna do it.
You should try it and see what happens.
Right? You got to try everything to find them eggs.
The eggs.
I forgot how you even change your profile. Like, this is something no one ever does.
Just click it.
Twice.
Click it or tick it.
I did click it. Where in the world? Well, I'll figure this out. We'll continue the news.
So
I'll give you updates.
Speaking of hidden stuff, one of the things they did for the anomaly, and the last 2 stories we got are all anomaly related, but it was kind of cool. Right before the anomaly, agents got emails with, I forget how many, like 20, 30, I don't know, a bunch of codes that needed to be decoded. Different, actually, I can tell you right now, there was 170, 127. You can add these numbers together, 85. And all these things led to basically little puzzles. And you would take those and enter them into another thing, and it would give you an answer. And as you got these out, you could basically earn intel for your team. So it was a lot of, I love seeing them get more than just the game, more than just the anomaly, being there at that location, involved into the playfield. And so doing this, everybody who couldn't be there could actually get involved if they wanted to and try to solve some of these puzzles for their team and help out. So kudos. We'll link to all those codes so you can see what the heck I'm talking about there. And then lastly, Cassandra Prime, the standings currently after the first segment of anomalies is Enlightened 6 and Resistance 3. So we'll have one more, next month, August, 25th, somewhere around there, is the next section of anomalies. And then we will see who wins Cassandra Prime.
Cassandra! I changed my icon.
Did you win?
You have to wait and see, because it might happen tonight at 3 in the morning. Something cool might happen. Or I might have to wait till next week. I don't know.
Do you know the way?
I do not know the way.
Well,
Cassandra knows the way. She'll let me know.
Well, and also with Cassandra, there is a scoreboard at investigate.ingress.com /Cassandra-anomaly/scoreboard, so you can stay up to date with everything going on. And lastly, achievement for this episode.
Yeah, get your Chieve. Get your Chieve on.
Read this sign. Actually, I'm going to just do it over here. Over here, I will tell it to you. So for episode 30, if you just go to the badge or the episode page and enter in this code, you will get the achievement on the website AA623AA. Just enter that in, and you'll get episode 30 achievement. Or maybe Zelly will get it if you're logged in as her. Weird stuff's happening over there. It's crazy. It's an anomaly. And that's about it.
And
right?
Yeah, I guess next week we'll do what's in the capsule and some other things. But that's cool to hear about what's going on there with the Boston anomaly. Well, good job, Green.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it was blue, I'd say good job, blue. But it was green, so.
Oh, it sounds like you're rubbing it in their face. So green.
I bet the blue tried really hard.
Mm-hmm.
They did. They were everywhere. I think really what happened was that they got caught up in the hacking stuff, and they thought if they hacked instead of do all the other phases, that would do enough to win. So, but now they know. So next time they'll
apply that knowledge. So I haven't seen the big group picture. I'll look for that after the show.
Well, I'm not in it, but thanks for pointing that.
Oh, wait. Oh, you're not in it. Oh, well, a little Photoshop here and there. I could just drop your face in there. Look, there he is.
We could all be there.
I'll put your head on like some woman or something. That'll be awesome. Let's see. Also, well, I guess that's it. Yeah.
Leave us a review. Almost forgot that word. Review on iTunes. We'll read it. We will read your entire review on air. So make it nice, or don't. Whatever you want to say. Just say it, and we'll read it. You can call us and leave your opinion or your comments about anything we've said tonight at speakpipe.com/Agent Academy. Tweet us at Agent Academy. Join the Telegram channel at Agent Academy. You can also get t-shirts and other merch. Just go to the website and you can find all that, as well as some cool promos for Go Card, which is pretty cool if you want to go to all the like museums and stuff for one price and not have to pay at every place. Skyrim. There's a new Skyrim expansion all about Agent Academy. It's really cool.
Well, I was gonna say about the Go Card, like you can just get your gold badge with uniques. Get a Go Card somewhere. It unlocks all of these like attractions, right? Zoos, museums, all the places where there's nothing but a crap ton of like portals, right? Yeah. And you just go there. So like for one price, you can go to all this stuff and then get all these uniques. I mean, that's one way to see it, to look at it, right?
Yeah, and if you go to our site, there's actually, I think it says next to it, but it's 10 or 15% discount on it as well. So that's pretty cool. As well as the Skyrim Solus if you need some Wi-Fi. And pop sockets. We've got pop. Did you know we have pop sockets, ZeliBeli?
I did not know that.
We have pop sockets now. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, it's a lot of fun. And get a free book. Socket. Get the free.
And get a free book.
Right? We got it all. I'm just going down to all of it. We haven't said it in like episodes and episodes, so I figured get it out of the way. audibletrial.com/Agent Academy. There is an Ingress book, and it's pretty cool. Listen to ADA talk, read the book to you. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I have.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time. And stuff.